So let's look at another visualization. So this time around, another wonderful visualization that I love is the bubble pack. And I've seen people use bubble pack a lot, which is actually very interesting. You understand? So you just represent different values in different bubbles based on how high or how low those values are. So what you can use to do is like say same things, sales, then we're looking at it by subcategories. So you can actually select bubble packs. You can see it's kind of nice and have different colors. Then you can add the sales label inside of it and all of that. Right. So I'm not gonna do the renaming. I mean, the renaming is quite easy to go about. So the other thing I also want to do is like now this time I want to look at geographic data or geographical analysis. So we want to look at the region or the areas where we are having high or low sales. Right. So to do that, I'm going to drag in my sales inside here. Then I'm going to drag my profits. So automatically, it will generate a date information for you like this. So yeah, in the United States now. So you can also select, so this is a simple map, while this is just the ordinary map. So you can decide on which one that you want. So you can put your label if you want. Although, so the bigger the bubble, the higher the revenue, or the larger the revenue. You understand? But this may not do justice much, so you can always come to this size here and maybe increase the size. You understand? Then you can also add the label also to it. So to get the financial information. So you can always, zoom in and zoom out to drill down to more information and all of that. You understand? So that's how to get those kind of information. So maybe you can increase the size a little. And you can always change the color anyway. So you can have this kind of color. So I think I like this color. So you can always see that, California is the highest, then I think New York, and all sort of, information. So another thing you can also do, you can actually use the other map, which also makes sense. So no, I'm not even going to duplicate it. Let me create a new sheet. So I'm going to drag my, sales inside, send information. So I'm going to drag my state inside there. So let's put the state inside first. Understand? Then I'm going to, this time around, I'm going to work with the profits. You understand? Because of some negative value. So I'm going to select this guy. So you can see what is happening there now. So this is good if you have some positive and negative values, or want to see some high heat or low heat places in relative to a particular numeric variable. You understand? So look at this now. With these values now, it's showing us that, so these values with this color, they are the countries or states, sorry, I beg your pardon, they are the states that are doing very well. So as the color diminishes or declines, it shows that, okay, relatively, the values are low. But when you have a reddish color, that means there is a negative. So in Illinois, we are running at a loss there. So probably our other servicing there is very poor. We need to do something. In Ohio, in fact, Texas is not good for business because you're having like a minus $25,000 loss there in doing our business there. So I think the most profitable states, California, New York, and maybe Washington, and a whole of that. So this is actually, so you can see the difference between these two visualization. So it depends on which is going to be suitable or which will pass the right information across to the stakeholders. Then don't forget, you can always add, the label also here. Labels are very important. And you can see, okay, why this one is in this color and why this one is also in this color. Okay. So another thing that we also want to do is that we want to look at relationship between two or more variables. Okay, so that's where we bring in scatter chart. Scatter chart is probably one of the most underrated visualization that I've ever seen. However, it's extremely useful. There are a lot of information that scatter charts is going to give to us. So there's something called BCG matrix. So let's head to Google or even ChatGPT. So I just say, what is BCG matrix and its usefulness? What is BCG matrix and its uses? Okay. So Boston Consulting Group, blah, 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 stars, you can see high market. So let this guy finish loading. I can actually choose to stop this anyway. I'm not even sure I'm going to give you all the information. So it's a Boston Consulting Group matrix. It's a strategic business tool used to evaluate companies' product portfolio and make decisions about investment and resources. You can see resource allocation developed by this guy in 1970. Categorize the company products or business into 4 units based on market growth and relative market share. Understand? So we have the stars, that's high market, high market go, high market share. Cash cow, low market go, high market share. Dogs and etc. So for resource allocation, strategic planning, portfolio, and all of that. So let's look at BCG matrix. Let's look at some visuals from BCG matrix or some infographics from BCG matrix. So you can see now, same thing what ChatGPT does. We have the stars, the cash cow, the question mark, and the pet, or some call it dog. That's what you can see the star, the cash cow, question mark. So the stars are probably the high market share and the high goods share. Yes, so now you can now inverse this and look at how scatter chart or scatter plots can actually show us some information about the performance of different products in our portfolio in terms of the revenue and the profits. So we are just going to take a cue. It's not exactly the same thing as BCG matrix, but I'm just going to show you that for our own, what you can use this for. So we can also divide our product portfolio into 4. Then we can assign them certain portfolio like high profit, high revenue. That is in one particular square or group. High profit, low revenue in another group, low profit, high revenue, another group, low profit, low revenue, another group. So that is what we can actually glean from this particular BCG matrix. So I'm heading back to my Tableau. Okay, so let's take a look at the scatter chart. So these are scatter plots. So you say you need 0 or more dimension and 2 or more measures. So basically, this is what we want to do. So we want to have like 4 quadrants or matrix. So we have some clusters of products here, some here, and some here. So this is like our best product portfolio. You can call this our star. Don't mind the way I do my star. So you can call this our best product. So because these are high profits and high revenue. So the next is going to be high profits. So this is going to be profits. We are prioritizing profits now. And this is going to be sales revenue. Right? So profit is going to be on the y-axis. Y sales is going to be on the x-axis. This is x and this is y. So our second best group of products is going to be on this part, which is high profits, but not so good sales revenue. The third is going to be here. So this is first, second, third. So this is high revenue, sales revenue, but low profits. What is going to be low profits and low revenue? So that's what we want to do based on the categories of our products. But because our products are too many, more than 1,000, what we are going to use is subcategories, like probably less than 20 of them, which actually makes sense. So if you have like products portfolio of like say 50 or something, you can just bring in all the products inside. So we are using our scatter chart now. So what I'm going to do now is that I'm going to select my profit and sales into their respective places. Profit here, then sales here. No, sorry, you can see sales and profit. So I'm going to let me swap it. Profits, then sales. Excuse me. So my profit is on my y-axis and my sales on my x-axis. So what is telling us that this is sales in the region of 2.29 and profit in this region. So now I'm going to drag my subcategory inside color here. So you can see the information that is given to us now. So we can now, let me put this into entire view. So we are going to do some other formatting also. Probably don't need this. So I'm going to hide it. So we're going to do some other formatting now. So first, I want to first increase the size so that we can see what is going on in the something. Okay, so I'm going to put the label. Okay, let me put the label on the profit label, and you can also put the sales label too. Also, anyway, yeah, I think it makes sense. Then you can also put the subcategory label if you want to know which. Maybe you want to know what is this. It's because I overrun it. If I don't overrun it, you won't know. So you can put the subcategory label if you want. You can put anything inside your label. You can see. Now, before we even go further, so I want us to explore this shape. We have not used this shape at all. So what we are going to do, so we want to know, okay, this one now, phone, does it belong, which category does it belong to? Is it office, technology, office, tech, or technology or furniture? So I'm going to drag my category inside of shape. Right. So you can see now, if you see anything that's plus, that's the technology. This chair, of course, the furniture. So although we might say that okay, definitely chairs has to be furniture, it's because you are familiar with the data. There might be other categories that you may not be familiar with, but once you see the shapes, you will know what category they belong to. So definitely furniture, storage is the furniture, etc. So I'm probably going to remove some of them. So let me remove subcategory from the label. So we are okay with this. So now this time around, we are now going to divide the whole thing. So I'm going to come here. So I'm going to divide this into 4 parts. Just make sure that the contract is in equal parts. Yes. So what is happening here is that, so these are our best products because they are giving us high profits and high revenue, high sales revenue. Right? So so maybe I should add the so that you can see all of them very well. Maybe I should add the subcategory label. Subcategory label. Yeah, phones and all of that. So I'm gonna do the something again. So just divide it into 4 parts. Yeah. So these are our top best product: copiers, accessory, binders, chairs, phone. They are grade A products. So these are like our stars when we are considering BCG matrix. So these are our second best category of product: papers, appliances, arts. So these are like probably our cow. They're giving us more profits, but not much revenue. And these are our third best products. So this is going to be G2, G3, then G4. So third best, high sales, but not so high profits. So why G4? So we want to re-evaluate this category of product, this group of products, because some of them we are running at a loss and we are getting less than 130 dollars in the whole 4 years that we have been in business for them. So we want to, so these are the dog according to BCG matrix that you probably want to get rid of, or you want to strategize on how they can be profitable. So you want to take them to either cow or even push them to question mark. So this is question mark according to BCG matrix. This is star, this is cow, and this is dog or pets. So there's a lot of things that we can, these are not good for business for us. So that is what scatter charts or scatter plots can do for you in your analysis. So there are other things that we can also do. Now, lastly, if you want to get the total sales information, where we talk about the create calculated fees. So calculated fees are just like measures in Power BI, whereby you want to get some calculations done. Okay, so let's say we want to get, although we can get our total sales by just dragging the sales, but we can create a calculated fee to get our total sales. So to do that, just come to this guy here, create calculated field. So you just say total sales. You understand? So the function is just like, so if you're familiar with Excel, Power BI, they operate on the similar engine or framework. So just type the function name sum, then the expression. What are you summing? So I'm summing my sales. So just start by typing sales. So there you go. Then you click on OK. So we have our total. So I can just drag my total sales here and I have that information. You understand? So you can create another calculated field again. So this time, let's say you want to get your total profit. So you just say sum also again. Then what are you summing up? Which is the expression profit. So as you're tapping, it comes up. So that's how you get your total profit also. You understand? So you can even do let's say you want to know the number of customers or number of orders that you have serviced over the years. Okay, so you can come to create calculated feed. So you can just come here and say total orders. Now, because we have a good understanding of how our data set works, so yeah, we're not going to use a count function. We're going to use a distinct count function. You understand? But because if you use a count function, you are just counting all the rows, right? And in an order that have like 6, 7 products, just like Bosnia Hoffman, the orders are going to be repeated. The order IDs are going to be repeated 7 times, even though it's just one order, but 7 products. So we're going to use a distinct count. So distinct count, but in Tableau here is called count D. Count, then D. So they increase our expression. So for us to get our total orders, the right column to select is actually our order ID. So just type order ID in the expression box. So I'm going to select the order ID, then I'm going to click on OK. So you can drag your total orders inside of this. So your total orders, so you drag inside of text is 509, orders. 5,000, sorry, 5,009 orders. So you can show, okay, how many customers do have we serviced over the years? So same thing, just come here, create calculated field. So total orders. So you are also doing a count D also. Then this time around is going to be, sorry, we have created total orders. This time is total customers, sorry, total customers, not total orders. So count the customer ID. Then you click on OK. So I can drag my total customers also. I can drag inside my text. So you have 793 customers that you have serviced over the years. So the last one I want to do now is that I want to get the average order by customers. Okay, which is basically our total orders divided by our customers. So I'm just going to come here, create calculated field. So I'm going to say average. You can give it any name that you want, but that should be the one that you can quickly recall. Average order customer. So just come here. So because since we have defined those variables, which is total orders and total customer, we're just going to use them straight up. Okay, so it's going to be total orders. You can see the one that we have created divided by total customer. Then just type customer to come up, total customers. And I'm going to click on OK. So if I drag the average order by customer inside the text, so we have 6.317. That is on average, at least each of the customer have placed orders 6 times. Okay. So that's how you go about all this. So once you have created all your visualization, all the insight that you want to see and all of that, so you just come and create the dashboard here. You can see this little icon below here. So this is for new sheets. I want to have another sheet now, I create this. While the one beside it to the right is for dashboard. So you can just come here now. So I have my dashboard now. So you can see all the sheets now that we have created, all the visualization sheets, they are now here. So you can now start dragging and dropping them inside of this place, and have a very nice dashboard. So you can, do some few settings for the dashboard. So by the size, I'm going to put it in automatic to take care of all the screen. This is the dashboard screen. So that's the first. So a lot of things that you can do here actually. So you can now start dragging it inside the dashboard camera. So let's say I need this. So now you can now start resizing this. But for you to resize each and every one of them, you need to put this in floating so that you can drag and drop, and you can move around and put in whatever location that you want to put it. And you can also format this one, whichever way you want to format it. Okay, so let me just reduce it a little. So I also need other sheets. So I probably need this trend analysis also. So don't forget, just come to the layout, keep it in floating, then drag it by the side, whichever way you want. So I have this. So you can always get rid of the what's it called now? The legend by the side. Then the forecast legend, I don't need it. So I'm not going to get rid of the forecast legend. So this is what I just needed. It says strength forecast, it says here and all of that. So I also need some other thing also. Go back to my dashboard. So I probably need my subcategory information. So the layouts, make it floating. Then you can put it somewhere around here. So this is just you trying to be creative about your work. Don't forget you'll have make sure everything rhymes in terms of the structure. I mean, this is what you have as your title. You also want to have this as a title. But because of time, I couldn't take time to put all the titles down. You understand? But this is something you can do on your own. So you just have to start dropping each of the sheets inside of this place. So you can drag this also here. So I'm going to put it in floating. That's actually if I needed this. I'm not sure if I'm going to need this anyway, but there's a lot of information here, and I don't think it's actually useful. So let me get rid of this. I probably need this guy. Then I'm going to change it to floating. Then I'm going to drop it below here. You know, I also need this guy also. So I'm at 12, 15 customers. So let me drag it here. So you can also do something about the casing or the warehousing of each of the visualization. Particularly get it removed. So go back to my dashboard. So I probably need this guy also. You understand? So I don't need their subcategory file. Then come here, close it up. Then come and drag it down here. So there are a lot of things you can actually get depending on what and what are important to you. So your dashboard contains the most important information that you want to pass to the stakeholders. So I don't think, let me remove this and put, maybe I should put the so let's have this layout, load it, then drag this down here. So you can have something like this. So don't forget, you can also format the dashboard whichever way you want. So on the dashboard preview page, then you can add updates to all of these. So I'm not going to do a dashboard like this anyway, but because of time, I'm not going to work. But this is very easy for you to format whichever way that you wanted. Okay, so you can each of them you can actually have them format it separately or you can format them collectively. Okay, so for this is the size. If you want to change the display screen of the size, so you want to add updates, so you can add image to your visualization. It will take you to open this wizard, then you can choose image and it will take you to your local folder or insert image and how you want to put it. So you can, a blank space, if you want to maybe probably type anything or write anything to pass information across to people, you understand? So I'm going to remove that. So you can even add a web page. So you want to direct people to a particular URL to read more information, understand? Maybe your YouTube page or something. So YouTube, www.youtube.com. So you can do that and you just take people to that particular web page. So you can do a whole lot of things there anyway. Understand? Then the settings, like I said, there are a whole lot more settings that you can do here to make your dashboard very nice. But because of time, I'm not going to do all of that. So this is the list I can do given the time that I have. So once you are not done with all of this, dashboard, you have added the right information, the right insight, then you can now go to your file. They can always save as. So we are going to save as to Tableau public. I'm going to say other data analysis, or let me say e-commerce analysis. Right. So that's what I want to save this with. So I'm going to click on save. So I've successfully saved it. So once you save this, you can also publish your work. Okay, so maybe you want to collaborate with other people, or you want to, make some of your colleague or team member to see your work and make a contribution, and you can generate a link to send to them. So you just go to file, then you go to save to Tableau public, save to Tableau public, and so you can just click on any of this. So I'm going to select this. So you need to have created an account with Tableau for you to do that. If you have not created an account, just create an account. Just click on create an account, and it just take you. Just your Gmail, and you're done. Your Gmail and few information about you. Then you put your password. But because I already have an account, so I'm going to put my account here, my email first. Then next thing is I'm going to put my password. I hope I say I remember my password anyway. So I'm done putting my password, so I've hit enter for it to send me in. So I think my password is correct. So my works are being published right now, saving workbook to Tableau public. So send data to the server. So this might take a few minutes, complete request. So once it's done publishing your work, it's not going to open a page through your default browser to see all the work. So it's opening a page right now. So it's on my default browser, which is my Microsoft Edge. So you can see this is all the work I've done on my dashboard. So it gives you some other detailed information. Like you can see the number of people that have viewed it, the title of the work, the date that it was being published, June 2014. So you can do a whole lot of things there. So you can actually edit. So anybody that have this link that you give access to it, you can actually go and edit it. Or even yourself, you can actually edit this. Maybe you want to change the color of the bars here or any other thing. So you can add it to favorites as part of your numerous data analytics work. So let me add this. So you can now, so this is where you can use to share your work. So it will give you, some copy links here. So you can copy this link, then share it with somebody, or you can even embed the code on a website. So this is the embedded code here. So you can just copy it and go and place it maybe on a website. You want people to have access to this analysis. Then you can, email it to anybody that you want. Just click on this, share on Twitter and on Facebook. So these are the sharing options that you can use. So if I click on this email now, so you can say just directly the email. I'm not going to do that, but you can actually do that if you want. So it has a lot of sharing options. So if you also want to download, you can download it in different formats as image, coaster, PDF, PowerPoint, or maybe a tablet workbook. So most likely, most people want to download as a PDF. So you just click on download once you have all these things well sorted out. So you can see that's downloaded the work for me. So it can resize the whole shape and all of that, before you click on the download. Okay, so I'm still on the e-commerce website. Sorry, I'm still on the e-commerce. So you can nominate for visualization. You can do one or two settings. So you want to show all the sheets. If you don't want to allow access to it, you can just put it off. You want to allow, so you can, depending on what you want. So you can show this on profile. You can also show sheet if you want to show the sheet, but I don't think that is necessary. So if you want to edit, like I said, you can click on edit. So to take you back to, the Tableau. Now, the Tableau now is online. It's no longer on the application. So this is the application now. You understand? So why this can say Microsoft Edge? So this is the online. So you can actually do one or two online works here. So you don't need to be on your local machine, or the person doesn't need to have a local machine. So you can just make your edits here. So you can see all the sheets here. You can go back to all your sheets. You can add a lot of objects that you want to add here. Do the floating work, then the name it back. And once you're done, you just click on the publish back. So let's say, for instance, this says by year of a thing. You can go to your sheets, you understand? Then maybe you want to do it by probably by quarter. Then you want probably to change the color. I don't think these are necessary work to do, but I'm just showing you in case you want to make one or two editing. So you just click on publish, like saving the editing that you did. So once you've done that, so once it runs, so it gets affected to your dashboard or to your e-commerce analysis work. You understand? So you can always go back to your dashboard here. So you can see now the changes that I just made now. This is it and all of that. So this is how far I can go on this Tableau. This is by no means everything in Tableau, but if you can do something like this, well, take your time and do a little work. There's high chance that you are going to even do something even better than what I've been able to do like this. So the goal here is that you want to be able to bring data into Tableau Public, do some visualization, add some objects, create some dashboard, and a whole lot of stuff. Then you always want to continue practicing. Practice make perfection. So don't stop at what you know. Always want to do something new every now and then. So thank you for watching. Do have a lovely time practicing. Bye.